We are into the third round of the Sinquefield Cup and the Cairns Cup, and it was a very, very tough day for Praggnanandhaa. After beating the World Championship challenger Javokhir Sindarov, it felt like Praggnanandhaa was in great shape and would do really well. But as it turned out, he couldn't keep his momentum going. He lost his game to Vincent Keymer. Now the game in itself was very tricky because in the opening, Pragg already made a mistake. He pushed his pawn to a4, and I thought that Vincent's going to take the pawn, like he will push e5, because see, if you take on a4, knight e4 is hanging, or d4. But you push e5, knight has to move, now knight a4. And somehow Vincent didn't go for this, because I can understand he was afraid of d takes c4. Now if you take back with the pawn, the a4 knight is hanging. So you have to take queen takes c4, b5, but there is queen takes c6. So somehow it felt like Vincent didn't back himself. He said, okay, let me just play normally. He played normally and Pragg got a decent position. It was worse, but he got his pawn to b5, b4. He got the space, and it felt like Pragg should be doing well. He also traded the bishops. But these positions where the pawn is on e5 is often very, very dangerous for black, because you will see that this h4, h5, these pawns are lurking there. There is a knight always jumping into g5. The other knight also came close, and at some point Pragg had to find the move bishop e7. He had to find this and maybe just trade for the knight on g5, and he would have been fine. But instead he blundered here, and you can see that the moves are not that difficult for white. Just queen comes into f3. There are these two knights, and somehow Pragg couldn't defend. In fact, even after the queen trade, it was totally winning. Okay, he lost a piece on f8, and then there was this check which came in finally. Try to find the mate in 1 actually. Pragg took on h7 and missed the mate in 1, knight g6 checkmate, which meant that Pragg is now on 1.5 points. Wesley So managed to beat Fabiano Caruana and now is leading with 2.5 points, which is amazing. There was this beautiful tactic in the game of Anish Giri and Sam Savian, where Sam Savian in this position had a move which was beautiful. Try to find the move white to play and win. Pause it, think. Yes, the right move is f4. So beautiful. If king takes, you lose the bishop on d6. And if g takes f4, rook b5 check, and you lose the rook. Somehow Sam Savian didn't find it. He played bishop f7 and the position was equal. But Anish Giri eventually blundered and lost. And with that, he also lost his game. The good news for Indian fans is that in the game in the Cairns Cup, Divya Deshmukh managed to win against Kostyanyuk, and she did it right out of the opening. She played beautifully, and Kostyanyuk's move h3 was not at all good. This Divya quickly played e6, got great control. She even was so accurate to take bishop takes d4. That was wonderful. Giving up that key bishop, but realizing that the knight on f5 is an absolute beast along with the knight squared bishop. The knight jumped eventually to h4. g2 was weak. The rook swung over, then took the exchange, and eventually went on to win. Kudos to Divya for fighting back after losing yesterday. She's playing really well. I hope she continues her run. Vaishali drew against Tavrola Solakidu, while Humpy drew her game against Carissa Yip. So these are the standings in the women's section. And yeah, that was the update from the third round of the Sinquefield Cup and the Cairns Cup. I'm here at the EWC studio in Mumbai. Today is day 3 of EWC as well, the Esports World Cup. Stay tuned for all the action. This is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye-bye.